deliver a few astounding results. Instead of responding to crime, we can predict and deter the crime before it happens. We can optimize our resource to pockets of problem area and improve response time and safety of our police officer. The answer is simple. Imagine you spot a wild coyote in your backyard, and you suspect the coyote might be rabid. You call animal control, and as the situation is being resolved, a reference number will be created on your behalf. With this information, we can now identify trends that rabid coyote might be a potential problem in the area, and the city is now equipped based on data to respond to this by calling in specialists to deal with this problem at its root. This approach can be applied to multiple areas, from crime to the trash pickup on a Tuesday night. We can make sure that our resources are being allocated in the best possible way. There's an old saying, preventing the disaster is always cheaper than fixing its aftermath. You probably buy a laptop from Best Buy every 4 to 5 years, while we are paying city taxes on an annual basis. We should hold the city accountable and promote growth and improvement through measurable results and processes. For example, when you make a call to IBM or Apple, the service representative will give you a reference number that serves two purposes. One, to log the performance of the service, and two, to track the customer satisfaction. Through these two data points, now we can identify the quality of service through measurable results. It is important that feedback is recorded and adjustments are made so that improvements are happening regularly. And I believe that implementing this system is paramount to have a great city. Our city and community are great because the hard work of our senior citizens has dedicated their life to us. I believe that it is our duty and obligation to take care of them, and rolling back the property tax is one of many steps I will take to do just that. Because my experience along with smart solutions, we can deliver services more efficiently and we can do more with less. We can reduce the tax burden on everyone, especially the senior citizen. Senior citizens are the most vulnerable part of our community because they live on fixed income. So it is imperative that we reduce the tax burden on senior citizens. Incorporating those ideas and changes will not be easy, and we need the help from each and every one of you. A vote for me is a vote for a government that is efficient, transparent, and passionate. Place your trust in me on November the 7th, and let's do this together. So based on the videos, you can tell we have big plan in front of us. We have big challenge in front of us, but we can do it because we have technology, and we have experience, and we have a wonderful community that is like a think tank behind all of us. So therefore, I think we will do just fine. We can do it, but we cannot get there if people don't vote. So on November the 7th, next Tuesday, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you live in the city of Duluth, if you live in the city of Duluth, actually people, let me clarify that. Many people ask me, Louis, if my driver license is showing Duluth as a city, can I go to vote? It depends. If you go to doorway trash, every Tuesday night, when you throw the trash in the bag, you can vote on city elections. If you throw away your trash in the can, the can, you are outside the city limit. There a lot of people confused about that. So if you throw away trash every Tuesday night in the bag, you can vote. And please vote and tell your neighbors, your relative, go to vote. The polling open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in City Hall. So hopefully Tuesday night we have elections and victory to celebrate. Thank you.
get into some like signing. Okay, let's say vote for Louis. Okay, I say vote for, you say Louis. Okay, vote for Louis. Vote for Louis. Vote for Louis. Thank you so much for your response. 今天活动还有几个这个hosts Roy， 请你上来讲几句话好吧？
I know Louis from many years ago, and we have a Chinese restaurant. The problem, with the city inspection, and he jumped out and to help in the restaurant. So from that time, I saw he's willing to help other people have business. He's concerned, especially in our Chinese business. So we know there are two things we can avoid: tax and tax. Now I'm going to add one more thing: is politics. If you like the man you like or not, we can avoid politics. But we know the politics is local. This election is city level. It's not bipartisan election. Any official you want to running for those party position, you need to listen to the people in your district. So the Louis, I think Louis, by my knowledge, he is willing to listen to the people in his district, city, and willing to help the people. We have conversation before. He mentioned there's one issue, there's one difference between Duluth and other cities like Johns Creek. For example, in Johns Creek, if we have like a congressional election or city level election, no, we combine those elections one time. The voter can go to the post, just elect one time, okay? So you don't have to vote twice, go to the second time, but in Duluth, it's different. So voter, for example, we have, if like a congressional election, and city level election at the same time, then you have to go to the congressional election for vote one time first. Then next day, maybe your post is in another place. So it's not very convinced for the working people, especially. Okay. So Louis see this problem. Okay. When he get elected, he will address this issue as a city council member. So for this reason, I'm going to support him and vote him. Also encourage other people in Duluth to vote for John Louis to work together to make the city, Louis is a good city to live and good city to do business, and also is improving the election system. Is good for the voter too. Vote for Louis. Thank you.
还有几位 host， 我这边提一下，然后看你们谁这个准备好可以上来讲话的话，请你们上来讲话。中文学校前理事长，林庆华先生，也是今天活动的这个 host 之一。殷光勇先生，还有段医生，也是今天活动的 host。你们三位谁要上来讲话？ 庆华，讲一下吧。
Hello everyone, my name is Brian Lang. I think most people know me here. I'm very glad to hear and see a lot of people here showing up in this event. It's more than what I expected. I'm very happy to come here to support Louis. Recently I share my story with some people here. I've been listening to a motivation speaker here, and his name is Jack Canfield. I think it's one of very famous book in chicken soup. Yeah, I don't know, some of them maybe have heard of that. So one thing I've been listening to every day is say, you got to believe, what you believe. A lot of people here maybe, I talk to a lot of people these days, they just don't believe that Asian American, is good candidate to go out to represent the community. I say that's wrong. So I think even some of my Chinese folks here probably they don't believe that, we can have a good candidate like Louis here to represent us. Just like I echo what Mr. Xiao is say that it's so many elections here that divide our Chinese communities in the last couple of years. But for this time, I think that Louis is truly good model and good candidate here. Stay in Duluth they've been living here Duluth for more than 10 years, and went out to do a lot of volunteer stuff for many organizations and even activities here. So one thing, I would be joined with him and went to many campaign and event here. So one thing is like today, I make 5 calls to my friends here in Duluth and tell them specifically, please vote for Duluth. So for those of you that don't live here in Duluth, please make a call, take one simple action tomorrow or even tonight here. Just call your friend here to support him. For those of you living here in Duluth here, please, ask your neighbors, go out to vote. And this is, I hope tonight is the final night here. In the 2 days, I wish we can come here again or go somewhere to celebrate to Louis to be elected as the councilman, city councilman in Duluth, the first Asian American elected the city councilman in Duluth. Thank you.
还有一个后手刚才漏掉了，还有王某华，那待会儿准备上一下。
这个隔壁帮我翻译一下啊。华人参政讲路易斯，我觉得非常支持啊。这个希望在座的人或者我们中国社团更多的人参与这个选举。还有呢，希望呢大家鼓动自己的这个亲戚朋友、邻居都去投票。这个宣传还是很重要的啊。然后呢，希望这个路易斯这个当选或者不当选啊。有一句话我常常鼓励，就是屡败屡战，屡战屡败啊，以后继续做。包括我们这个华人社团也是一样，有勇气去做这个事情啊，为这个社区服务，整体社区，并不是我们华人社区啊。希望这个路易斯真当选，谢谢啊。
I'm sorry, this is totally not prepared, but I support Louis 100%, 200% actually. Yeah, I was inspired by every single point that he made tonight. First of all, like Asian people, we have a lot of respect to our elderly, and I think it's a great value, and we should pass it on to the next generation. And also lowering the tax so it's fair to the taxpayers, and also reduce the burden from the elderly. So I'm very touched, and a few other points I totally agree. And